In the Arknights community, we have a running joke that Hypergriff is a music company, with Arknights being its side business, because the soundtrack, even though it's for a mobile game, feels like it was made for a AAA title. Honestly, I'm positive that a new player would think Hypergriff is a music company if they happen to listen to one of the songs published by them first before encountering any of the Arknights ads. Who knows, it may have happened. In my opinion, some of the best soundtracks from Hypergriff are the ones for Contingency Contracts. They are absolute bangers in their own way, and I'm going to put them on a tier list. Before I do that though, I want to remind you that this is a subjective opinion. My music taste will not be the same as yours. With that being said, for this video, I will cover the soundtracks of CC0 all the way to CC9. My first Contingency Contract experience is CC0 Barrenlands, and the soundtrack is mid. It's like eating a steak without the seasoning. The soundtrack sounds like your typical intense background music. On the surface, it sounds boring, but this sets the bar low and lowers our expectations for the next CC soundtrack, and boy did it hit differently. For now, CC0 goes on the E rank. Speaking of hitting different, Pyrite completely blew my socks off. Hypergriff did a 180 and delivered a song that makes me want to burn myself after suffering trying to clear Risk 18 in the permanent map. The vocals are full of emotion, which I like, followed by the amazing drum work. The transition from the bridge to the chorus is just phenomenal. I can feel the rage from the singer. Triple S rank. It would be a shame if another song beats it. What makes Art of Blade, which is the title of the soundtrack for Operation Blade, so popular among players is how relatable it is to the hateful Avenger. And not to mention, this song has great meme potential. Oh, and also this famous line. Other than that, really great song, but not enough to beat Pyrite. Art of Blade, you belong to the S rank. Operation Cinder is another opportunity Hypergriff decided to do another 180 and this time give us a song that is more relaxing. I think they knew that the majority of us were suffering from Foss's Arrows of Death and the Avengers Hellblade. Although it's not the type of song that I would listen to often, the vocals are amazing and the song has some great messages. You deserve the A rank. Going into Operation Lead Seal, this time we got a taste of a song that is more towards the pop genre. The message I got from this soundtrack is if you fail, reflect on what you did and try again. I can't tell you enough how true that is, because trying to beat Mudrock and Big Bob, it takes a lot of sanity and I felt like I was always running low every single attempt. In addition to the amazing vocals, I really enjoy the instruments. It gives the song a modern feel to it. All in all, a very good song to jam to, and it deserves the S rank. I don't have much to say about the Operation Spectrum soundtrack. The only lyrics here is, and I think it is meant to prepare you for the absolute pain that is the Casimir's Knights, featuring knockoff Chubby Thor and knockoff Hawkeye, but 10 times more dangerous. I myself don't enjoy techno so much, and I find this soundtracks kind of bland. I'm sorry, but you're going to the B rank. I don't know why, but this gives me World Cup vibes. This comment pretty much sums up the soundtrack of Operation Wild Scales. The way the beats are structured sounds like an opening to a grand competition like the World Cup or the Olympics that takes place in Brazil. Usually I would struggle to understand what the lyrics are on my first listening, but for this song, it wasn't that hard. And I managed to understand maybe about 50% of the lyrics. Unfortunately, CC6 lost some points because it bamboozled me really hard. See, the title card shows a green, lush rainforest, and I thought the permanent map will be in the middle of the wilderness. Instead, we were thrown into a desert deadlier than the Sahara Desert. I know it's still Sargon, but come on, at least make it consistent, damn it. Well, sorry Pirate, but you have been dethroned. You are now in the SS rank. You know what? I changed my mind. Out of Blade will keep you company. Anyway, the first few seconds of the song gives me Starset vibes, while the vocables, which is this part, reminds me of playing Gran Turismo back in the day. I love this song because the instruments are absolute bangers, especially the drums. The lyrics are so good, they are stuck to my head. Seriously, you have no idea how many times I've hummed in one day. Aside from that, Life Awaits, the band that does the vocals, did an amazing job in making this song a masterpiece. Therefore, Operation Pinesuit deserves the triple S rank. While CC7 was full of energy, Operation Dawnseeker delivered us a chill soundtrack. This is the type of song that would often be played on the radio whenever I'm in a car. I like that they decided to delve into the synthwave genre for this CC, adding more diversity to the playlist. There is one particular part of the song, somewhere around 2 minutes and 46 seconds in, that reminded me of Daft Punk. That was a nice touch. Operation Dawnseeker deserves the S rank. Last but not least, we have Operation Deepness. Not the most clever name, but holy shit, the first 15 seconds of the song gives me sci-fi vibe and is almost alien-like, and it fits perfectly with the Aegirian setting. The rap part of the song hits hard, almost feels relatable to my childhood. Anyway, the message of the songs appears to be taking control of your life and breaking free from the chains that hold you back. Think of Rodius from Mushoku Tensei. I think that's the easiest analogy I can make. And thus, for the stellar performance of this song, I shall award thee with the SS rank. So, what do we learn from this video? First and foremost, Hypergriff will never stop to impress us doctors in their music production. I appreciate that they did not stick with just one genre of music. It makes it much more enjoyable for everyone to listen to and adds diversity to the collection. Let me remind you that Arknights is a mobile game. It is meant to be played on your phone, yet the soundtrack feels like it was made for a $60 game. As we all know, the reputation of mobile games are all over the place, but I appreciate developers who put their heart and soul into making a game enjoyable. Even though it's just the soundtrack, it makes most of the things about a game that much better. Arknights is just a small example, and I'm pretty sure there are some games out there that are equally as good when it comes to the soundtracks. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and feel free to comment on my music taste as well.